Hi, Kerry Garrison with 888 VoIP Store. And this video is going to talk about installing a Sangoma A200 FXO interface card with 3CX. Now, unfortunately, it's not all plug and play. We can't just drop the card in and have everything work. We've got to do a few more steps in order to make that process go seamlessly. So I've got my Rockbox 1U appliance. I've got Windows XP Pro on it, and I've got 3CX already installed. The next step is going to be to install the NetBorder Express software. Go ahead and get that installed, let it go through the install process, and at the end, it's going to ask you to shut down your computer. So go ahead and say OK and let it shut down. At that point, let's go ahead and put the hardware in. Now this 1U box is a little trickier to get cards into because they obviously can't stand up. So we need to use a few adapters that came with the server. So I'm going to put in a little side adapter, put on my extender, and plug my card in. Now I've got the hardware installed. I've already got NetBorder Express installed. So now when the computer starts up, it's going to auto-detect the card and get everything configured for us. So pretty simple. Then we have to go into the NetBorder Express software, configure the gateway, then go into 3CX, configure the PSTN gateway, and then copy a file over to the config directory for NetBorder Express, restart it, and get it all up and working. But instead of me sitting here explaining it to you, I'm going to show you how we do it. So let's go to the computer and let's do the next steps.
The next step is going to be to configure NetBorder Express for the Sangoma A200 card. When we first log in and go to the web browser, it should take us to the Quick Setup. If not, just click on the Quick Setup tab. Then click on Next. Click on Add Board. It's going to make sure we're selected the A200, and I have two interfaces, meaning I have one module installed. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to say Next. Make sure I have my country selected properly. Go Next. Keep all the default settings for the SIP configuration. Click on Next. Confirm that I want to restart the gateway. And the gateway should come up properly. Next, we're going to need to log in to our 3CX portal. And we're going to go to our PSTN devices. We're going to add a gateway. Here we're going to call this Sangoma FXO. And this is going to be Sangoma. And this is going to be a 4-port FXO card. Next. And next again. There shouldn't be any issues with the device ports that it sets up. We should be able to leave those. And we're ready to create our outbound rules. And I'm just going to create one that says for 7 or 10-digit phone numbers. I should make that 11. 7 or 11-digit phone numbers. We're not going to strip any digits or prepend anything. And we can just go ahead and hit Finish. That's going to give us some information here, but what we really need to do is generate the config file. We do that by clicking on the button there, confirming our subnet mask, and now it's going to ask us to save the file. Now, we do not want to save it as the file name that it's trying to put in there. We want to call it something different so that this will work. Now, if you want to see where we're going to put it, we're going to go to C, Program Files, NetBorder Express Gateway Config. And we're going to take this out and we're going to put in inside of quotes, we're going to put routing-rules.xml. You have to get this right or it's not going to work properly. It should ask us to replace that file, and we're going to say yes. Go back to our gateway manager, stop the gateway, and then restart the gateway. When this comes up, we've got our card configured, we have 3CX configured, and we're ready to start making and receiving phone calls. There we have it. We've got a Sangoma A200 card configured with 3CX.